Good evening, students. In this series, we are discussing about the economic order quantity and the different inventory levels. Previously, we have discussed about the economic order quantity, that what is the economic order quantity, how it is calculated. Just an overview, it is a quantity which the company should buy to be economical. Economical means where the ordering cost and the carrying cost total is at the minimum level. So they should buy these number of units, so the overall cost will be at the minimum level. Now we will discuss some of the concepts regarding the reorder point, the minimum level, the maximum level, the average stock level, and the safety stock. So we are using some of the values. The same value which you have used in the previous example, that the company has a total requirement of how much, that is the 4,000 units. Their ordering cost is how much, $210, and then 2.5 is their carrying cost per unit. So the 2,000 unit is the economic order quantity, or also we call it as a reorder quantity. Now the next concept that we need here is the concept of the lead time. Lead time means what? Lead time is simply when you give the order and then it is delivered to you. There is a time difference. Obviously, if you are giving the order outside the city, or it may be out of the country, it may take time. It may be some hours, it may be some days, or it may be some weeks. So that is the concept, that from the point where you are giving the order to the point where you are getting the delivery, so that time period is called as the lead time. If it is in the same city, or if it is in the same country, maybe taking 2 days, 4 days, 6 days, like that, we assume that it is from 2 to 4 days. What is the meaning of the 2 to 4 days? That minimum it is taking 2 days after giving the order, you receive the inventory within 2 days. But if there is any circumstances, if there is any issues, it may take up to 4 days. So 2 days is the minimum time period, the lead time, and the 4 days is the maximum time period for the lead time. Now if we talk about that, so the average, so 2 plus 4, so it is almost 6, so the average is almost like a 3 days. So 3 days is an average of lead time. So minimum time taking 2 days, maximum time taking is 4 days. On average, it is taking almost 3 days to deliver the goods. Now the usage. Obviously, if the company or the business is purchasing the goods, why they are purchasing? They want to use it. Sometimes there's a more demand, sometimes there is a less demand. Accordingly, the usage will be there. So we are assuming that on daily basis, it's a daily usage. They are using almost 120 or 80 units. 80 is the minimum level. That sometimes if the orders are less, if there is a less customer, so minimum 80 units they are using. And as per the average of the previous year, or as per the information they are getting, maximum 120 units they are using on the daily basis. So from this we can get that on average 100 unit is an average. So the minimum usage is 80 units, maximum usage is 120 units, and on average they are using 100 units per day. Now the first concept that we have is the reorder point. First of all, we should understand that what is the meaning of reorder point. Reorder quantity was what? That how many units we have to buy in one order. Now this is basically the concept that when they should buy. The inventory level, obviously it is increasing, it is decreasing, sometimes more usage, sometimes less usage, sometimes the lead time is more, sometimes the lead time is less. So things are changing. So it depends, but there should be some level where if the inventory points is there, if they reaches that point, so what they should do, they should give the new order, they should place an order. So this is basically concept as the reorder level or the reorder point. Means, for example, if they have a 24,000 total requirement for the year, so if we calculate the reorder point, how it is calculated, the maximum usage in the maximum lead time, means they are assuming that in the lead time it will take maximum, like how many days it will take, 4 days, and the maximum time period is 4 days. And also in that time period, if it is delayed, the inventory is delayed for 4 days, they will use also, but the maximum units they will use like a 120 units. So it means what, that the maximum usage is 120 and the lead time, the maximum lead time is 4. So 480 units. So what is the meaning of these 480 units? 480 units simply means when they are left with 480 units of inventory, they should give the order. They should place an order. If they are placing an order, for how much they should place an order? They should place an order for 2000 units because we have already calculated the economic order quantity. So this is the concept of the reorder point or reorder level. Means when the inventory they are using and it reaches to the point of 480 units, so what they should do, they should place a new order. Now the next thing that we have is the minimum stock level. Means minimum at which level the stock can reach. So we have a formula here. The reorder level minus average usage into the average lead time. Now the reorder level we have here already 480 units, and on average usage is how much? 100 minus the average lead time is how many days? That is 3 days. So the answer will be 180 units. Sorry, not days, it is number of units. So 180 units. So it means their stock can reach up to a minimum level of 180 units according to these assumptions. They are assuming that the lead time will be from 2 to 4 days, the average usage will be from 180 units to 120 units, and their reorder level or the reorder point which they calculated is 480. So their minimum level to which the inventory can reach is 180 units. Now the maximum level is 480 plus economic order quantity, that is 2000, minus minimum use in the minimum lead time. Minimum use is how much? That is 80, and the minimum lead time is what? That is 2. So 480 we have here, and 160, so 320 and 2320 units. So this is what, this is the maximum level the inventory can achieve. So now why we are calculating the minimum stock level, the maximum stock level? What they need, especially also the next point that we have, the average stock level. So let's calculate the first thing and then we just consider that why we are calculating it, what is the purpose of that. So here we have a minimum stock level plus economic order quantity divided by 2. So the minimum stock level we have calculated here 480 plus 2000 divided by 2. So it is 2000 here. So it will be 1180 is the average stock level. Now what is the purpose of these levels? Why we are calculating these different levels? That what is the minimum level they are achieving, what is the maximum level, and what is the average level? Obviously company has some capacity in the store, capacity in the for the warehouse. So they have to decide according to that what can be the maximum inventory level. So in this example we have a maximum inventory level of how much? 2230 units. So this is the level according to the given situation. This is the level where the maximum inventory can reach. So it means what? It means that they should have a warehouse of how much? Of a 2320 units capacity. So the warehouse capacity, it should be 2320 units. Now what is the purpose of the minimum? Means this is the very low level. So this is like a the next we have like a safety stock also, the danger level that we have. It is the lowest level the inventory can reach. So it is like some alarming situation is there. So they should immediately place an order. Like we have a reorder point of 400 unit, but sometime even they have placed an order, but due to the time period it is taking more time. So what they should do. And then we have average level. So obviously all the time. It is not at the maximum or at the minimum level. So that's why they have almost 1180 units on average throughout the year. Sometime inventory is increasing, sometime it is decreasing, but on average it is like a 1180, or we can say almost 1200 units on average they have. So these are the requirements to maintain the stock, to maintain the warehouse, and for all the basic requirements or the budgeting requirement. The next thing is that is very important. This is the concept of the safety stock. Safety stock means what? Or it's also called as the buffer stock. It's called as what? As the buffer stock. Buffer stock or safety stock means the lead time can be more, can be less, but these are the days which we have assumed or which we have on the past experience. But there are situations sometimes that the lead time can be more than 4 days. Even we have a usage from 80 to 120 units, but even the usage can be more. So situations can be worse. Sometimes there is some strikes, or there is some problems, like some economic issues are there, or some transportation issues are there. So they should have some stock with them every time as a safety or as a buffer to meet these emergencies or to meet the unexpected situation. So that is called the safety stock. So how it is calculated? So maximum usage and then the maximum lead. We are assuming that there will be a maximum usage and the maximum lead time should be there. So it means what? The maximum usage is, we have already calculated the maximum usage here of how much? 120, and the maximum lead time is 4 minus the average usage into the average lead time. The average usage is 100 and the average lead time is 3 days. So 480 minus, this is 300. So it is 180 units. If we just see, this is almost the same, that we have 180 units and 180 units. So this is the safety stock which they should keep as a buffer stock. Means every time they should have at least 180 units available with them. So we have calculated here the economic order quantity. Then the reorder point means when they should place a new order. So this is when they should place, new order should be placed. When they should place the new order, when the inventory is at the 480 units, and then they should have a buffer stock or the safety stock of how much? Almost 180 units they should keep with them as a safety stock. And how many units they have to buy? We have already calculated that they should buy 2000 units every time when they are giving the order. They should buy the 2000 units. At that point, their ordering cost and the carrying cost total will be at the minimum level. So this is the most economical point of the order, or the number of the units where they should order is 2000 units. So at that level of the order, or at that number of the units if they are buying, so it will be most economical for them. If they are buying more than 2000 units, what will be the issue? There will be issue of the storage cost. And if they are buying less than 1000 issue, 2000 units, so what will be the issue? The issue will be that the number of units will be less, and they can have a problem of the scarcity, or there's a problem of the shortage, and also the ordering cost will increase. But when they are buying, as per the calculation, 2000 units, the ordering cost and the carrying cost total will be at the minimum level. So we have a reorder point, maximum level, minimum level, average stock level, and the safety stock, keeping in view what is the lead time and also the daily usage. It may be more or it may be less depending on that our past experience or our expectation. Minimum maximum level is there, the minimum maximum lead time is there. Accordingly, all these calculations are done. What is the purpose of all this? That there should be no stock out cost. We have a concept of the stock out. This is very dangerous situation for the business. In a simple way, or in the simple meaning of the stock out is what? The customer is there, the order is there, but they don't have a stock. It has a negative impact. The goodwill impact is there, the negative impact on the business. Even it gives the bad word of mouth to the different customers that they don't have a stock. Their business is there but they don't have a stock, so they cannot fulfill the order. So they should avoid the stock out. So to avoid the stock out, what they are doing all these levels, they are calculating all these levels. And one more thing that is very important, they want to reduce or minimize the cost. So the next point they should consider is what? Minimize the cost. So to avoid the stock out and to minimize the cost, all these levels are calculated, economic order quantity is calculated. So this is the main purpose of inventory management. I hope you have understood the concept, but still if you have any doubt, if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. So this is how the reorder point, the minimum order, maximum order, the stock level, and the safety stock is calculated. Thank you very much.